I'm Beth, and welcome to my channel, Born to be a Nomad, where I am documenting my journey to living full-time in an RV. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe while you're at it. Okay, so as you can see behind me, I am working on packing up my stuff. As I mentioned in my last video, I don't know, maybe I didn't mention it. I don't know. I got so much going on, I can't keep up. So my house is under contract officially. And my official closing date is May 20th. Today is April 2nd. So I do have quite a bit of time, you know, relatively speaking. But since it's just me, you know, probably going to use every bit of that time. Okay, I had to pause for a second. Loki wanted to sit in my lap, so I had to reach down and get him. I have feelers out on some of my large household, or my large furniture, of someone who might want to buy it. After that, you know, then I'll start with Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. I do already have someone who wants my bedroom furniture. And some other wall decorations and stuff. And then also, of course, the person that's buying the house, you know, once we get everything settled and situated, we're going to see if, you know, maybe they want anything, you know, like my washer and dryer and microwave and, you know, just some stuff like that. I don't know what kind of furniture they have. Anyways, so I am in the process of taking things that I don't need or want to bother with selling to the thrift store. I've already taken shoes and purses and stuff like that. And I have a video about that, or some video about that. So I will insert that here. Okay, I got my first load of stuff to take to the thrift store. Purses and shoes that are in those bags. Mostly water bottles and just junk. Oh, I got some more shoes upstairs. I'm gonna go get those. Hi, Loki. All of these boxes here are books that I'm going to take. I felt kind of funny dumping all this stuff off at the thrift store, but that's pieces to my total gym that I never used. So, anyways. Okay. Yeah, so that was just one trip. I have a camper. We do have to kind of finalize everything, which we're going to do this week. We were supposed to do it this past week, but they installed a brake controller, and then they're also going to install airbag suspension for me to help stabilize my towing, you know, just in case, you know, there's an issue. More stabilization is better. But the whoever ordered or who sent the order, they sent it for a year newer truck. So it wouldn't work with mine. So they ordered a new part. It's supposed to be here Monday. I'm going to go Wednesday, and they're going to install that. And then we're going to do the inspections, walk through, paperwork, all of that. The camper that I'm looking at is a 2007, so it's, you know, it's older, but it's just it's right at 30 feet, and it has a slide out. I'll insert some pictures as I'm talking so that you can see. This is the layout that I absolutely love, because it has the rear living layout. It's the rear living layout, and where the back window is, that's where I want to put my desk. And, you know, so I'm super excited to, that I was able to find exactly what I wanted. Hopefully, over the summer, if everything goes according to plan, I'm going to come to Florida, and my best friend and her husband are going to help me do some remodeling. I really want to kind of modernize it because it definitely looks like it's from the 90s, even though it's not. But I want to paint and paint the wall, of course take the border down, paint the walls, paint the cabinets, new hardware, new flooring, and probably a new couch. The one that's in there is really comfortable, but I mean, my mom never, I was going to say it looked like something my mom would have, but my mom never had new looking furniture. Their living room furniture looked like it was from the 80s because that's when she bought it. But I was thinking about taking the dinette out, and but we may just recover the cushions and all, because the underneath the dinette, those are like super long. I mean, they're drawers. They're not doors. So that when you I'll have to see if I can take some video of it for a future tour. But yeah, when you pull on them, there are drawers under there that are the length of the whole dinette. So that's great storage. So if we did take the dinette out, we definitely would have to replace it with some type of storage, because boy, I sure would hate to lose that storage. Anyways, it has a queen size bed, which I have a list in my planner here of things that I want to get, and a new mattress is like the first thing. Since I'm going to be living in it, I really have to have a new mattress. I've never heard anything good about RV mattresses. So I feel like I have so much going on, but I don't really have a lot to say, because it's stuff that I need to do, like, packing. And I was talking to my best friend last night, and I told her, I said, I feel like a dog chasing squirrels, because I'm working here packing up my books, and then I go and work on boxing up pictures in Will's room, and then I'm working in my bedroom, going through clothes, and I need to finish a project. So that's what I'm doing here. I mostly just have big books left, like these, and I looked at it just a second ago, and I'm like, oh, I only have 2 boxes of books left, and no. So yeah, and as I'm going through, I'm finding more and more that I really am not going to keep, that I'm going to give away. Okay, let's be honest. I love Martha Stewart. I mean, her stuff is aesthetically amazing, but it's not realistic, okay? So, this book that I have, gardening, I was looking through, Martha Stewart gardening, and no. No. So, anyways, yeah, I'm getting rid of a lot of that stuff. And finally, I have several Martha Stewart wedding books up there. And if I ever get remarried, I mean, honestly, if it's much more than a courthouse wedding, I would be surprised. It's definitely not going to be a Martha Stewart wedding. So I'm going to get rid of those. And then I have a lot of decorating books from the 90s. And I mean, some of the techniques are still good, even though the patterns and the colors but I don't need so many of them. And plus, nowadays we have Pinterest. So that, yeah, I'm getting rid of a lot of that. But the things that I am keeping are these are books. My mom always loved to buy National Geographic books. So that's what these are. And I've already packed up tons of them, but yes, I have a few left here. And Then we used to, like, we would go places, you know, all the traveling that I did as a kid, and my mom, you know, it had to be educational. So, oh look, that's funny. History of Devil's Tower. George Washington. Mount Vernon. So, anyways, I've got tons of those. Hong Kong. My mom had a friend who was a missionary to Hong Kong, Iris Brown, that, you know, a lot of people know her. A lot of my friends know her. But anyways, she was awesome. But she brought us back souvenirs. And I have back home, well, let's just say I did have dolls and stuff that she brought me whenever I was a little girl from Hong Kong. But they were in a storage shed in Panama City that got hit by Hurricane Michael. So I wasn't there. My best friend kindly went through my stuff and packed up what was salvageable. So I'm not quite sure yet what was salvageable. It's still in her shed in Panama City. So hopefully someday, well, actually, you know, once I go in July, then or June, whenever I get there, I think it'll be July. But, you know, I can get that stuff from her and load it up in my truck and then eventually get it back to, glasses are fogging up, eventually get it back to my storage unit here in Casper. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a climate-controlled storage unit here in Casper. I don't want one in Florida, simply because I'd have to worry about hurricanes and stuff, and also humidity. I know they do climate control, but that's like temperature, right? Or is it also humidity? I don't know. Anyways, the drier weather is better for items, you know, that you're storing. So, but yeah, down in my garage, what I'm doing is, like, on one side of the garage, I have the items that I'm giving away. And then on the other side of the garage, I have the items that I am either going to store in one part, and then also the items that I'm going to put in the camper. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. And then, of course, garbage, because I have lots of that as well. Things that I don't want to just take stuff to the rescue, I don't want to take stuff to the thrift store that's junk. You know, I want them to be able to sell it and for it to have value to someone. So I'm sort of stumbling a little bit because I have things like, because I'm looking over here in my closet. Here, let me see if I can turn it. But like all of this right here, those are pictures, and those are postcards from trips. I can't remember what's in that. And then, you know, like up here, that's my NASCAR stuff. Oh, I do have like down, ooh, you can see the junk on my desk. Anyways, the green lid, okay? All right, so the tote with the green lid, that has all of my Dale Jr. stuff in it that I kept because I already decluttered a bunch of stuff like hats, because I had a bunch of Dale Jr. NASCAR hats, but they got dry rot in the brim, and so it just crumpled. I've never seen hats do that before. Some of it I'm going to keep. I see a couple of hats, like the one hat. I really like that. That's a cool hat. I might keep, but the other stuff I'm going to get rid of. The postcards I'm going to keep, but I'm going to figure out a better way to store them. I'll probably end up putting them, sorry, scratching my leg. I'll probably end up putting them in this plastic storage, the little shoebox things like I got for the pictures, because I'm going to have enough. Then I have a bag up there that has like my baby blanket and stuff that my mom made for me, so I'm going to keep that, of course. But most of the rest of the stuff I'll probably just give away. I don't know. I think no, maybe I didn't say it. But I gave this, this afternoon, one of my friends came and got all of my scrapbook stuff. And she said she liked my videos and she watches them. So hi! And then I'm looking over here. I have slides. I am overwhelmed. Really overwhelmed. But I'm not letting it stop me. You know, it may just be a little bit here and there, like me, you know, working on 3 boxes of books for the day, and that's all I can get done. But I'm pushing through, and that, you know, I don't ever want to minimize what someone else's experiences are and what they're going through. But I just want to say that it is possible, you know, that if all you can do is 1 box, then do 1 box. You know, just don't give up. Don't let your fear stop you. And that's all I can say on that. Where are we at? It is, like I said, the 1st of April. I think April. Yeah, it's April 2nd. And my inspections came back the end of this week. And there were a couple of just really minor things, nothing major. One of them was a plumbing thing. And then the other few things had to do with the HVAC system. But, you know, I'm really fortunate that everything pretty much went well. You know, nothing, no foundations, no cracks in the foundation or anything. Nothing earth-shattering. So, anyways, I mean, I'm filming what I'm doing, but it's just, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think people would be interested in this. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe you are interested in it. But it's just, I'm just talking about it and not showing it because I have a hard time setting up the camera to get the right angles because I want to get the work done instead of fighting with setting up camera, you know, with moving the camera constantly and all of that. And, you know, maybe if I don't know, that I feel like that's just part of my process is that I have to, my focus right now is on getting my house packed up and, you know, getting rid of stuff and not as much on filming YouTube. Because I mean, I love doing this and I love the interaction and I get lots of compliments, which really mean the world to me, by the way. When people say they like my videos, that really means a lot. Really does. You know, so I want to do this. I just know that I have a limited amount of time and a lot of stuff to do. And so I am just trying to focus on doing that instead of filming everything that I'm doing. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Like right now I'm looking at my patches over on the wall and thinking, what in the world am I going to do with them? I have these shadow boxes that I got from Hobby Lobby. And one of them I finished where I put the black velvet back. And I still have the other black velvet draped over the back of my other office chair that I actually just used to prop my feet up in. Yeah, so that was not attractive. I don't know, maybe I should just take this stuff out of the shadow boxes and figure out a better or a different way to store them. I know when I went to Florida, we spent a better part of a week or more looking for a Florida patch. And they just don't make patches anymore. They're really hard. So I had started thinking then, and especially once I got home and thought about it, you know, I probably am going to move like everybody else and collect stickers. I don't know that I want to put them on the camper, because if I ever sell the camper, then I'm like, do you lose all those stickers? I mean, how does that work? You know, like I've seen them on slide outs, which I kind of like that idea, because then once you're in a camping spot and you're stopped, because this other lady that I watch, and I'm trying to remember her name. Where is Tiffany? I'll link her channel below, but she's a solo traveler. She lives in a Class B, I think. I think it's a Class B. Or is it a van? I don't know. She's either a van or a Class B, you know, so it kind of looks like a van. But she had stickers on the back doors of her RV and ended up scraping them off because, you know, for security reasons. And that's true because, you know, that's something you have to think about as a solo female traveler, you know, that it can be a security issue. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I love seeing them, but I am not gonna like plaster the walls of my RV with them because I can't handle visual clutter like that. I don't know. If you have any ideas about stickers, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to get your ideas on, you know, on how that works. I hope that this video added value to your day. I mean, if it did, give me, you know, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. But I don't want to just keep rambling on because I need to finish what I'm doing and I've got to edit this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you're enjoying following along with my journey to full-time RV living. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them, you know, down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And that's all for today. So I hope you have a wonderful day and talk to you later. Okay?